Hello to everyone. My name is Sergio Garcia. I am a student in UNED. I belong to the course English 3. So I'm going to talk to you about my weekly routine. So I'm 30 years old, and I'm going to talk to you about what I do day to day. Before COVID, my routine was wake up, brush my teeth, take a shower, eat breakfast, go to the car, and drive to school. I am a teacher. I used to work from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. and then I drive back home. I run to the gym. I took a shower. I dedicated some time to college. I played some video games, or maybe I watched the news, or maybe a movie or something. And finally, I went to bed. From Monday to Friday, it was my daily routine. On weekend, I went to my farm. So on Saturday morning, I used to work on my garden. Then I made a barbecue. I drank some beers or went to a nice place, and maybe I went to the movies and then back home. I went to sleep. On Sunday, I used to work on my garden again. And then I visited my grandma. I went to a restaurant for dinner, and finally, I went back to bed. I had my school uniform with me, so I left from my farm directly to the work and back to the business day's routine. But everything changed during the pandemic. So my daily routine now is a little bit different. At the beginning of everything, I left my apartment and I moved definitely to my farm. I couldn't imagine my life locked up in my apartment. It is not big enough to stay there for 6 months in a row. So I decided to move to the countryside, and it should be a good place to stay while everything went back to normality. My work also changed with the present situation. I was the owner of my own time, and I could provide from it the way I wanted. Of course, I had to give my classes on a set schedule, but on 3 hours, I could do what I wanted. At the beginning, it was great, but then I realized that I had to pay for those 3 hours, maybe at night, Saturdays or Sundays. So I had to work on weekends at night because I still had a lot of things to do. So it was a bit complicated to regulate my time, but at the end, I did it. Right now, the only habit I keep from my old life is to make barbecues on weekends. But I think today is more unpredictable, and this is good, I think, because every day is a different adventure, and I don't know what's going to happen next. This is what I'm going to miss more the next year when we go back to school because everything is going to be back on routine. Well, it was a brief description of my context. I wanted you to know about it to make you understand what I do every day. Right now, every business day, I wake up at 6 a.m. Usually, I took a shower after woke up, but not now. Before the shower, I have to feed and clean the animals early in the morning. I have to feed the chickens, clean their barnyard, and collect the eggs. After the chickens, I have to continue with the fishes. I think the fishes are the easiest animals. I only have to check if they have enough oxygen in the water and then throw the food to the surface of the lake. They are really easy to take care of. Finally, I have to take care of the pigs. They are the hardest animals to clean. Of course, they are very dirty and they don't like to be quiet. So I have to feed them first and then get inside the piggery and clean them. The cleaning of pig includes pick up their poop, throw into the fertilizer pile, and finally cover the surface of the piggery with sawdust. I only have to clean the animals once a day, but I have to feed them twice or 3 times a day. After the animal cleaning, I help my wife with the cleaning of the house and she makes breakfast while I finish with the house. Then I take a shower and eat breakfast. After this, I am ready to start giving classes. Usually, the first class I have is with 4th or 3rd grade. It is language arts. Then I continue with another language art class or maybe global perspective class. I teach language arts to primary students and global perspectives to high school students. Global perspectives is more interesting for me than language arts. I think the students can develop their criterion with this subject. After classes, I feed the animals one more time. Then I have lunch. After lunch, I go to bed for half an hour and take a shower. After the shower, I take some time to university and to exercise. At 5 or 4 p.m., I feed the animals for last time. Then I spend some quality time with my wife. We make dinner, we watch some TV, maybe series or the news, and finally we go to bed. Weekends are almost the same for me right now because I still make barbecues, I drink some beers, I visit my grandma, I go to a restaurant, maybe to the movies, to the mall, or maybe to a bar to drink a couple of cocktails. This is my weekly routine. I think it was a great change for me, those 7 months, because I started learning a lot of different things. I could change some habits and try new experiences. Thank you for your attention, and I hope you have enjoyed listening to this part of my life. Goodbye to everyone.